Hello, lovely people. Welcome to the channel, Her Invisible Prowess. My name is Somi, and I'm here to do a collective energetic forecast reading in regards to this time, such as the Mercury Retrograde. Thanks for tuning in. And this is, again, a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't, and let's get started. So, first, let's get started with the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Ooh, Goddess in the Moon. Okay. And what else? Walking away. All tied up. Okay. I definitely noticed that how this person is literally attached to something, and then this person is free from all attachments. So Goddess of the Moon definitely talks about things that are under the surface. There's many things that are going on in the background, much like the subconscious mind in comparison to conscious mind. Goddess of the Moon definitely talks about listening into your highest self, your intuition, instead of exposing your energy to things that really do not have or do not hold much value. These can be people, this can be situations, this can be things, addictions, attachments, whatever it may be that drains you all of your energy. Maybe it's a love interest that you have a lot of expectations for, and certain things like that. It's funny how when you break free and release all these expectations and attachments, which requires walking away sometimes even, that's when things just kind of magically come together in a more perfect, more wholesome way possible. So in this time, it's definitely suggested that listening in to your intuition, your guidance, your inner knowing, inner wisdom that we've all been given by God, and focusing more on yourself, pouring back on your own cup and filling in on your own cup rather than wasting it on maybe people, certain energies, certain situations that drain you of your energy, especially in this time of Mercury retrograde. Energies definitely travel at a much faster pace, whether that be positive or negative, doesn't matter. That's why it's definitely encouraged in this time to take a pause, maybe start slowing down. We are definitely changing seasons now. We're in that weird transitory phase where it's getting colder outside. We're encouraged to stay indoors now, and maybe a little change of pace in our lifestyle. If you're someone who likes to always in a hurry, always waking up at the last minute, maybe change that a little. Whatever, however way that may fit for you, take what resonates. And let's see what's going on with another deck. This is Moonology Oracle cards by Yasmin Boland. Love this card. Ooh. And right when I open the deck, it says a new start is coming. Yeah, so for some of you, you're definitely in this phase where you're in this weird transitional period. You're right in between two worlds. The old timeline where you're associated with your old identity, and a new timeline where you have to consciously choose every single day to tap into and bring you new possibilities that you will never ever had staying in your own old ways or old identities and things like that. It's time to release negativity. Yeah, so it's interesting that this says specifically full moon in Scorpio, because we are heading towards Scorpio season now, and Scorpio itself, it's a very, very interesting time because Scorpio is actually represented by the underworld, our subconscious mind, our shadows, or things that trigger us, whether that be in relationships, whatever, however that may resonate with you. When you are getting triggered, it's definitely recommended to, rather than avoiding the trigger altogether, which if you are in avoidance always from your triggers, it definitely giving it more power and you're allowing it to have control over you. Whatever that may be, it's time to release negativity, as it says. Actually, let's look further into it's time to release it. Oh wow, so when I open the page, I'm literally led there. Okay, we're meant to see this. Okay. If you've been feeling paranoid and acting weird, take this card as a very direct message from the cosmos to stop it. Stop worrying yourself. It's pointless. It's time to release any negativity you have around the situation you're asking about. If someone has been unkind to you, perhaps it's time for you to release them. This card heralds an emotional, intense time, since both the full moon and Scorpio themselves are both extremely intense. It's time for you to feel all your feelings. There could be some nastiness in the air. When you pull this card, if that's the case, take it as a sign to move away from anyone or anything you feel is toxic. For some, however, this card has a totally different meaning. Your sex life can improve now if you can make an effort. Use your magic. You have all you need inside you to bring your desired result. Okay. The teaching. The full moon in Scorpio has a sting on its tail. It can herald a vindictive end to a relationship. It can also be a time when we want to be good but we're naughty. If you pull this card, no matter when, your dark side and your shadow self may be showing. The full moon in Scorpio is also a time of magic. If you were thinking of making some magic, this is your sign to do it. So, if you're someone who is definitely wanting a change, and that may be a change that's very long overdue, whatever that may be, maybe that can be in regards to health, your fitness level, it may come about your finances, your career path, because the one that you're on right now is just not emotionally fulfilling to you. If anything, it drains the life out of you. These major life changes, for you to be catapulted rather to a new timeline, requires for things to get ugly before it can get really, really good. So that will definitely require making some really, really tough decision making, some judgment calls that you're definitely not used to make. Maybe cutting ties to some people that no longer resonate, for you to be on the path that you've always envisioned yourself to be. Let's see what else with another deck. I'm going to use a tarot card now. Yeah. Okay, wow. This is literally the Death card. And right behind it is the Strength card. And Ace of Swords. And planning. Wow. Okay, so what this definitely tells me is the Death card is so powerful. At a first instance, people may be afraid of it or quite intimidated by the card. But for new life to begin, death must appear first. Or death must happen first. This time is kind of like an awakening. You're definitely waking up to things or seeing things a lot more clearly now for what it is and what it isn't. As emotional this time may be for you, it's actually empowering you too. Because only when you hit basically rock bottom is when new ideas are born. And these are your breakthroughs. Unfortunately, for there to be a breakthrough, there must be a breaking down first that must happen. And only through these breakthroughs is when you really have enough empowerment to put yourself in a new timeline or a new reality. And along with that is mourning your old life, mourning old ways, mourning old identities, maybe mourning old friendships that no longer resonate with you. And with that, you definitely need to plan. You definitely need to take action. You need to make tough decisions, tough judgment calls, things like that. And that will be all of your messages for today as far as the Mercury retrograde goes. And if you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe and comment how you resonated with this reading. And I hope to see you soon again. Bye for now.